Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Harith bin Muhammad Suhaimi and my metric number is 10D8020F2016. First of all, let's talk about organization culture issue. My first point is incentive management. The approach selected by Amazon management seems to be rather incentive in and harsh in relation to employee. It is especially observable regarding those who have to encounter serious health or life hardship such as cancer, accident, or divorce. In response to multiple reports and company spokesman, Carl Brickman claim that this attitude is not their policy or practice, thus rejecting the mentioned issue. Moreover, Amazon is incentive to its employees while they need support and understanding perform their work effectively. Next, as a rule, a large and stable business is incentive to the loss of not only employee but also manager has the structure and organization of business process of large company are put in such a way as to minimize risk. In particular, in Amazon, each management is required to have several successful, which is the potential candidate who can replace him or her, and candidate can become both employee of the company and people from the outsider. My second point is the lack of benefit. The mission of Amazon is to be the most client-oriented company in the world and continuously exchange service standard, putting the customer at the forefront. The company can be merciless to its competitor and most important to employees. This means that offering low price and fast shipping, Amazon offer almost no benefit to staff member. On the contrary to the Google and Microsoft that focus on employee wellness, nutrition, special and benefit. Amazon does not promote personal value in the employee. While successful management receive competitive wages, the risks of the employee are expected to fragile, as stated in the rule number 9 declared by the company. This implies the workers should independently pay for their phone and travel expenses. According to the first rule Amazon corporate culture, employees should prioritize customer service over their own obsession. It should also be emphasized that the company require workers to particularly pay for their relocation expenses in the case they quit within 2 years. The mentioned aspect illustrate the Amazon employee experience the lack of benefit that inevitably lead to stress and burnout. The company leadership consider employee to be a large of system of element. My, my third point is lack of price. The new employee should receive an introductory lecture, according to which they are ordered to forget bad habits acquired at previous job to become the best Amazon. They need to follow the 14 principles of leadership that are put on comfortable limited card and specify the corporate culture of the organization. In Amazon, employees are encouraged to criticize other people idea at a meeting, lateness and other related issue. The core idea is the employee should motivate themselves based on their own effort, thus integrating into the system and becoming a single whole. The culture of the company encourages the entrepreneurial ability of employee as well as their ability to take responsibility to bring the result. My fourth point is unfair system of ranking. Criticism in the company goes through the special anything feedback to throughout which employee can complain or praise either colleges or management. While manager can identify the author of the message, they are usually not known to the one about whom these messages are writing. Thus, every employee has a rating, and employees with the worst rating are to be fired at the end of the year. Utilizing the above tools, Amazon pursue competitiveness and productivity with the company, yet it curses the fact that everyone tries to surpass the other, even though, according to the manager, most of the reports are positive. Employees call them a rival of integrity and machination. My last point is this regarding employee, which is need for work-life balance. The work-life boundary are also not followed in the company. For example, one time I didn't sleep for 4 days straight, as noted by Dina Bakari, the manager of gift card to other company, which is Rosin. Once she paid to the Indian freelancer so that he could enter more data into the database for her. She and other employees did not lack a career choice, but they say they absorb the priority of Amazon. Another example is the finding of the one former employee whose partner worked till 10 p.m. and did not agree go to home. They mention example clearly show that employee did not have enough time to rest. Both former and current Amazon employee dissatisfied with working conditions have created the former and current employee, which is a face website representing anonymous feedback on the company corporate culture. The key problem as stated by the website also is that Amazon use exercise power to manager while such abuse leads to the emotional burnout of the employee and worsen the atmosphere inside their company. Next, our members will continue.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Kalam Fauzi. My metric number is 10D8020F2040. Firstly, immense performance pressure. Amazon organizational culture has been described as a breakneck pace and notoriously cost-conscious, befitting a corporation that has run only a modest profit or loss under generally accepted accounting principle for the most of its tenure as a public company. In 2015, the New York Times published an article titled Inside Amazon, Wrestling Big Ideas in a Bruising Workplace, in which Amazon corporate culture was harshly criticized. Specific faults identified in the piece include unreasonable performance goals, a fear-based work atmosphere, and failure to recognize employee contribution. The piece sparked media criticism and even elicited a statement from Amazon CEO at the time, Jeff Bezos. Furthermore, Amazon's work culture has been characterized as a purposeful Darwinism approach to personnel management. Pushy, confrontational, bruising corporate culture is often seen as antiquated. Nowadays, it is widely held that in order for a firm to prosper, work spaces must be nurturing and encouraging, and manager must be courteous and friendly, treating their staff like family. This idea is disproven by the world's largest internet retailer by revenue. Second is constant reinvention and optimization of an organizational culture. Jeff Bezos, Amazon CEO, emphasized the needs of regularly reviewing and altering Amazon's culture so that it never loses the agility, nimbleness, and desire for the experimentation. As a result, Bezos is a staunch opponent of the one-size-fits-all decision-making mentality. Furthermore, Bezos employs the two-pizza rule during meetings, in which the number of attendees is limited to the group that could be fed with the two pizza. The e-commerce behemoth is fascinated with the data, and this preoccupation extends to the development of its corporate culture. The corporation has a wide variety of measures connected to employee performance, and it regularly seeks to improve employee performance via fiddling with the specific component of the organizational culture based on data analysis. Third is customer centricity. Amazon's prides itself on being one of the most customer-focused organizations in the world. Amazon's aim is to be the most customer-centric corporation of the planet, where consumers can search and discover everything they could want to buy online. One of the hallmarks of Amazon's corporate culture is a high level of customer centricity, which has direct consequences for a wide range of organizational processes and procedures. Is operating like a startup. Despite the company's massive scale, 1.3 million employees worldwide, Amazon strives to preserve a startup mindset in the terms of risk-taking, innovation, business flexibility, and hunger for success. Jeff Bezos, the founder and first CEO, was never tired of repeating the Day One motto, and the current CEO, Andy Jassy, is following suit. Day One is about staying interested, agile, and exploratory, and entirely being willing to fail. The Day One is method is strongly ingrained in Amazon's company culture. Last but not least is diversity among workforce. Amazon's corporate culture places a high value on diversity in the workplace. GLA Amazon, an official employee affinity Black Employees Network, and Women in Technology organization are available inside the corporation. To summary, Amazon's corporate culture is a fascinating contradiction. On the other hand, it's severe and demands the most from each and every employee. On the other hand, the e-commerce behemoth rank high of the list organization that many individuals want to work for. The most likely reason for this occurrence is the company animal's position and the change it's bringing about on the worldwide scale lure individuals to join its workforce despite the pressures of the job. Amazon.com reports contain the above analysis of our Amazon organizational culture. The report illustrates the application of the major analytical strategy framework in a business study such as SWOT, PESTER, Poster 5 Force, Value Chain Analysis, and Soft Metric, and McKinsey 7S model on Amazon. Moreover, the report contained analysis of Amazon leadership, organizational structure, and business strategy. The report also comprised discussion of Amazon's marketing strategy, ecosystem, and addresses issue of a corporate social responsibility.
My name is Sharmini daughter of Jayakumar and my metric number is 10D8020F1600. Today, I would like to explain about the methods the company has adopted to transmit organizational culture to employees. First, story. Stories are an easy approach to teach ideals in a culture. This is since people enjoy hearing stories, particularly ones about an individual's or a group's achievement. Stories like these are frequently included in orientation programs since they serve as valuable lessons for new employees, which is stories about the business's founder and his difficulties developing the organization. Many organizations propagate these legends, anchoring the present in the past and legitimizing existing practices. They usually feature stories about the company's founders, rule-breaking, right to riches accomplishments, workforce reduction, employee relocation, responses to past blunders, and organizational copying. Employees also write their own stories about how they came to fit in or not fit in with the company. Second point is rituals. Rituals are recurring sequences of events that convey and reinforce the organization's core values, such as which goals are most important and which people are most important and expendable. Some of these activities or rituals are Quality Day, which emphasizes the significance of quality to employees, and Exemplary Award Day, which expresses an organization's gratitude to individuals who excel at their job. Next point is material symbol. Organizational culture also can be communicated through dress code, office layout, and benefit offered. For an example, an employer that emphasizes a formal dress code may seek to communicate to its employees the importance of doing all its activities in a formal manner, even when dealing with reprimanding procedures. Meanwhile, an organization with an open office plan may wish to create feelings of equality, open communication, innovation, and flexibility. This communicate to employees who is important the level of egalitarianism desired by top management and the acceptable behaviors such as risk-taking, conservative, authoritarian, participatory, individualistic, or social conduct. Last point is language. Language is used by many organizations and subunits within them to assist members identify with the culture at least to their acceptance of it and contribute to its preservation. Equipment, officers, significant individuals, suppliers, clients, or items that are related to the firm are also described using unique terminology. Acronym and jargon may overwhelm new employees at first, but once learned, they serve as a common denominator that brings members of specific culture or subculture together. Substantial risk tolerance, low to moderate aggression, and emphasizes on means as well as outcomes are the characteristics of the organizational culture most likely to mold high ethical standards among its members. This type of culture considers the long term and balances the rights of a variety of stakeholders, such as employees, stockholders, and the community. Managers are also backup.
My name is Amos Paul, son of Simon Paul, and my metric number is 10D8020F242. And so now I will present on the question 4, which asks to describe 5 issues in culture change in the organization. So the company that we took is Amazon. So basically the first issue of culture change will be growth. I think it's growth because as Amazon continues to grow, it is important that the company's culture change. For instance, implementing flexible work schedules may help smaller companies, but it's also important that the company has the proper procedures and structures to ensure that its employees are well equipped to handle the increasing workload. Also, having fewer visibility of the company's CEO can affect the cultures of Amazon. So basically what it means that as Amazon expands, it is critical that the company's culture evolve. So when it evolves, smaller organizations, for example, may benefit from implementing flexible work schedules. But it's also very important that the critical company has the necessary procedures and structures in place to guarantee that their staff are well equipped to handle the increased burdens that they are having. And also having less exposure of the company's CEO also has been an impact on Amazon's culture. So it should be having less exposure, like less burden. That's why the company's CEO has an impact on the Amazon culture. And so continue with my second point, and it will be loss of employees. Why tell many loss of employees? Because employees quit from time to time, but if too many are leaving, we don't know why. We should like really examine Amazon's culture to see if it's like the root of the problem. So basically, employees leave for a variety of reasons, but if there are too many still alive, we don't know why we should reaccess, like don't understand why we should reaccess Amazon's culture to see if it's the main problem. So Shane Green, a workplace culture specialist, knows that younger people aren't really scared to ask for better roles or bosses. Why? If a company wants to keep its finest and brightest people, So they must like provide a really good experience for the employees, like excellent experience. Then only they can maintain their employees over there. Well, my third point will be crisis. So the reason for like implementing a workplace culture shift might be favorable at times. So why? Like because of customer complaints, personal management, and other issues are like all the major issues. So it can be resolved in a variety of situations, including legal challenges, business losses, and etc. So owners and HR professional may want to reconsider or consider a change in corporate culture in order to avoid these difficulties like this in future. So whatever our purpose for changing the workplace culture, there are numerous advantages to do it so, including higher job certification, less stress, improved performance, and also employee retention.
Greetings madam, my name is Asuda Shivan. My number metric is 10D8020F2500, and I would like to continue the 5 issues in culture change in the organization. Okay, the fourth point of mine is the social events / matters. Okay, such as marriage postponement among young people, the increasing entry of foreign labor, and the rising level of awareness on the importance of education. Social trends don't remain static either. Consumers who are otherwise strangers now meet and share product information in chat rooms and blogs. Companies most continuously adjust product and marketing strategies to be sensitive to changing social trends and streamlined operations and cut staff. Consumers, employees, and organizational leaders are more sensitive to environmental consumes. Green practices are quickly becoming expected rather than optional. Okay, for my 5th point is world political events. Not even globalization strongest proponents could have imagined how would politicals would change in recent years. We've seen a major salve of financial crises that have rocked global markets, a dramatic rise in the power and influence of China, and dramatic shakeups in government across the Arab world. Throughout the industrialized world, businesses, particularly in the banking and financial sectors, have come under new scrutiny. And that's all from me. Thank you.